Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It is the morning. It is the week of, this is for the week of March 18th. 2018.
2018.
I hope everybody had a great St. Patrick's Day. Hope everybody got home safely from whatever parties they were at, because by this time you've already indulged.
Well, life is a party, Jay.
Life is a party.
He speaks.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the only words we're going to hear from him the entire show. It'll
Probably.
be like he's not even here.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have to keep on poking him.
We have some great things to get to. Last week...
Who is everybody here? You were supposed to introduce everybody. It's like...
Well, everybody should know you guys by now.
They should.
But, alas, to the right of me, world-renowned referee...
Yeah.
The greatest referee PAPW has on staff.
Boy, look who's kissing ass today.
Oh, jeez. Can you? I'm not even sure you could say that on TV, Dan.
The one,
it's
the
a PG
only
show.
Professor Bill Thompson.
Wow, what an intro.
And to the left,
Dan.
Dangerous Dan.
Yeah, that's it. Sorry, you get nothing in there.
He's just very dangerous.
He's got
especially really early in the morning.
He's got the nicest hair in the room.
Wait till after the show. I'll kick you at your butt.
Hey.
Now.
This is a family broadcast.
This is a PG show here.
Right.
Well, I don't know. I got things falling apart here on the mic, and geez, what's going on?
But before we get to the breaking news, last week, everybody knows we weren't here. Did not see our faces. It was unexpected. The big event 14 came up.
Wow, what a big event! What a big day!
It just came along. Before you know it, it was here. I want to thank personally the House of Pain and a new friend of ours that we made.
Yeah.
The Suplex Sweetheart,
Isana,
for joining us for the second episode.
Yeah.
Of the Square Circle podcast. It's going to be up real soon. You're going to love it. It's going to be great. I would expect to see it this week.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, is that in the real time or Jay Williams time?
This is in the real time, as you recall.
All right.
As you recall, the House of Pain was talking about March 23rd coming up.
Yep. PAPW.
Right.
What's on March 23rd, Jay?
Thrillo at Malillo.
Yeah, I let you say because I somehow can never really pronounce Malillo.
So I don't want to publish this thing next week.
That's true.
Because it'll be after the fact.
Mm-hmm.
And I think my knowledge of audio editing at this point, it's going to be real easy to get this up on Podbean.
Which translates, Jay, we'll see it sometime in late
January
2018. Yeah.
Right. But not much needs to be edited.
Okay.
The audio levels were very smooth. You can hear our guests crystal clear.
Mm-hmm.
Almost perfect.
There we go, Dan. There's the caveat. Almost perfect.
Almost.
You can translate into, I'll probably get it out late. Get it out late.
Well, your microphone, it doesn't come in as clear as mine.
Oh, great, because everybody's just on pins and needles when you were talking.
Right, of course.
Yeah, it was.
Well, they want to listen to me.
That's it, because you're the Hollywood Jay Williams.
That's right.
So
they want to hear what I have to say.
No, it was really. I have to say we had a really great day.
Mm-hmm.
We got the great thing is we got down there in record time.
Yes, we did.
We found the parking space right by the door to the hotel, which at the end of the day, if nothing else went right, we got that parking space right there.
Right.
And we got in, we set up, and, we lucked out because there were a ton of people there. We were able to kind of network a little bit. But we had the House of Pain, Nick and Akeem, and they spent a lot of time with us. I mean, I think they were at the table with us for 90% of the time.
They were.
And they were gracious enough to let the Suplex Sweetheart, how do you pronounce your name again? Isana. Who we just started, talking to, and she was gracious enough to come over to our table. So it was a really great time. We got to meet Sam Houston.
Right.
Well, those of us who knew who he was.
I know who he was. I was just making sure who everybody else knew who he was.
I knew who he was.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And, we got to meet Sam Houston. We had, if you listen to the podcast, we don't want to give too much away, but there was, you've heard the phrase, there was a drive-by. Well, we had a walk-by by somebody.
We did. We had a walk-by.
And so just really, Brian Barth, the big event, they just do a really great job.
Mm-hmm. We had a photo shoot take place right in front of us, too. Do you remember that?
We were lucky because we were between D'Lo Brown, Ivory, and we just,
Right.
we just sat there the entire day. I'll tell you what, Ivory was absolutely watching her interact with the fans, gracious, very humble. You heard the conversations about her going into the Hall of Fame.
Yes, I was going to bring that up. I mean, we just met somebody that's about to go be inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame.
Yeah, just watching her interact with fans, and she, HOP was over there, congratulated her. She just was very gracious with all the fans. She had we called them the Ivory Girls, but the people who were helping her out. Overall, just really nice people. D'Lo Brown was there. I spoke with him briefly, but just said appreciate everything. But again, very humble. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. So it was good. I don't know. I got to meet Mean Gene Okerlund very quickly. Got to talk to him. Just a few of the people that were just around. It was just really nice to see their interaction with the fans, and it gets a little bit different. I happen to be wearing my wrestling PAPW authentic limited edition sweatshirt,
right?
And my referee shirt with the PAPW logo on it. So
that could draw attention.
Yeah, you just in case an impromptu match broke out, I was ready to go in.
Oh, absolutely.
But just a lot of great people. I know you walked and you got to talk to a few people. So, the podcast went off, as we said, very well.
Very well.
And we were thoroughly exhausted when we got home.
Right.
So speaking for myself, I ate and then closed my eyes and woke up like 4.5 hours later.
Right. I don't know. You think we ought to just maybe give them a little tease?
Little tease.
A little tease.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Little bit of a tease. Here's the House of Pain from the Big Event 14 podcast. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. It is Saturday, March 10th, 2018. This is episode 2 of the Squared Circle podcast. I'm Hollywood J. Williams. I'm here.
The Professor Bill Thompson.
Professor Bill Thompson's here.
I forgot my name.
Dangerous Dan is here. This is the Big Event 14. Can't believe it's already 14 big events already.
That's it. 14.
Yeah,
Jay.
Great guests here.
Who do we have?
I mean, great guests at the big event, but at our table here in particular, since what we do is support, protect, promote, defend independent wrestling, we have from Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling, the PAPW Tag Team Champions, the House of Pain.
What's going on, guys?
What's going on?
Well, hello out there. Thanks for having us on. It's a pleasure to be here once again doing the big event. Big event last year. What was it? March?
Back in November.
Back in November, we were here.
Yeah.
We got to sit down and talk with you guys. It was a pleasure. And now, thanks for having us here today.
Now we're in we're the actual main event of the podcast this time, which is great. It's a pleasure.
Definitely.
Right, we don't have Kevin Matthews here this time. We have you guys. We'll be having another guest a little later on as well.
How you doing? Stephen DeAngelis, people.
Oh wow, they got like friends over here. It's like a family reunion.
All right. Just a big happy family reunion.
Yeah, you got a ton of folks coming in and out of here. We got the House of Pain representing PAPW, as I'm called, Ref Bill or Ref Will represent.
There they are. The House of Pain.
Yeah, it was just good. They were just very humble.
Very humble.
Yes, great guys to listen to, and you know, I've said this to them before, but just true professionals in every sense of the word, and you watch them work in the ring, and you just say to yourself, it's like these guys are just very, 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 very good technical. They know the rules. They know how to utilize the ring and all the space.
Right.
And I know as sitting on the outside, as a fan and as a commentator, you look at that and you watch them move, and you're like, this. It's just really amazing. But to be in the ring with them and watch them move, and you build a relationship with these guys in one way, shape, or form, because not everybody. You have some people who are not nice. And then you have people that are professional about everything, and they're like, they have a very hard style. Maybe they bend the rules a little bit. Maybe you got some people that break the rules, but they just do an amazing job, and they're willing to assist if you have a question.
Right.
But again, once they get in that ring, they are who they are, and they do what they have to do, and that's probably why they're the champions. The PAPW champions, 2-time.
They'll remain the tag team champions for quite a while.
Yeah, I honestly I can't see anybody beating them.
Because POP, Pyramids of Power.
You know what? You can never underestimate POP.
No.
Because they are, as we've seen, and we won't give anything away because we were at an event last night where they were there. They have gelled together, and they are a pretty devastating team. And they're one of those teams where just as you kind of think, maybe they've lost a little bit of their mustard, and all of a sudden you're like, wait a minute. We saw them at Battlefront. They came in and they destroyed everybody there. And literally left it in ruins, not to mention they took every referee that was there, tossed everybody out. So, again, POP. Be interesting. As scary as it might be, is to have them involved on a podcast, or having them here. I don't even know if that would work, but it would be an interesting show.
Well, I think that the powers that be here at ETV might get a little concerned with them coming in.
Yeah, it is what it is. But are we going to talk about the event we were at last night?
Well, 1 second. You're missing something completely.
I am. Apparently, I am.
Getting back to the podcast, we just not only had House of Pain, the House of Pain, Suplex Sweetheart Isana.
Yes.
Here we go. Let's take a minute or two and listen to Isana. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are back. We are back at the big event 14. LaGuardia Plaza Hotel here in East Elmhurst, New York. And we just got done talking with the House of Pain. And now we have with us one of the up-and-coming female stars here in the New England region. For the first time ever, we give to you the Suplex Sweetheart, Isana. How are you today?
I'm pretty good. I'm feeling a little overwhelmed right now. I'm like, well, people think I'm important. I don't want to disillusion them.
Well, you're important to us.
I am. I as long as I'll fake it till I make it.
And so, do we pronounce your name correctly?
It's Isana.
Isana.
But don't worry, everyone mispronounces it. So.
Well, Jay doesn't really speak English well, although that's his primary language. We apologize, and there'll probably be a number of other apologies we'll owe you by the end of the show. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
I've been wrestling for 2 years in New England. I started training in 2013. Proceeded to tear my ACL before I even had my first official match because I go big or go home. Had knee surgery and got right back to it, and I love it. I absolutely love what I do.
And how did, although we don't like to talk about injuries, how did you do that?
So, I wish there was some kind of really awesome backstory to how I did this, and I did some crazy cool move. But unfortunately, every time I do a crazy move, I'm fine. We were doing a cardio drill. We were like jumping over, like partner jump. You jump over them in different like, heights. And I landed badly. I landed on my heel of my foot instead of the ball of my foot, and my knee dislocated real quick. Oh boy! And that was all it took. And I was like, "Yep."
What do you think of Isana?
Very humble. But watching her in the ring with some of her suplexes, yeah, she's definitely tough. You know, she's from talking to her, she's fairly new to the business.
Mm-hmm.
And she's wrestling for, if I'm correct, Lucky Pro.
Lucky Pro.
Yep.
XWA.
XWA.
And a company out of Rhode Island called Life Prof.
Yes.
Which she speaks very highly of.
Yes, and we are attempting to kind of get into that so that we could see you with the show.
Right.
But yeah,
my schedule is kind of busy on Sundays, but something might be able to be worked out.
Yeah, listen.
I don't want to make any guarantees.
Don't give us his excuses there, Williams.
But
is today St. Patrick's Day?
We shall see.
Is today St. Patrick's Day?
Well, for us.
It is, yes. That's why Dan's dressed in his green there.
Right.
Indeed.
No,
very nice of Dangerous Dan, who isn't very nice very often, to guard Isana's table.
Yeah.
While she was podcasting.
Somebody had to do it. You were trying to hit on the poor girl.
Listen, let's keep it professional. Dan literally sat at that table. He did a great job. I think everybody thought, well, let's be honest. If Dan cracked his smile, his face would have fell off. He sat there. He was not very cordial. I guess that's the dangerous part of him. No, listen. You know, we're always willing to do what we have to do to get people to work with us. You know, we're always very humble. She was just, you know, it was exciting because she was so excited to do the podcast. You know, and I think that was a really good thing there.
Mm-hmm.
And she just was, you know, an outstanding young lady. You know, we watched a few of her matches.
Right.
We did something that we hadn't done before, where we actually put a monitor.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say stole, but it came from my house. TV monitor, and we patched in an HDMI cable and off the laptop, and we were able to run the House of Pain Titantron video and some of their matches. We ran PAPW matches, but what we did is when she came over, we ran a few of her matches, and she was just very excited. She talked to us about the matches. She kind of critiqued them a little bit. So it was overall just a very, very good time. And you know, I thank her very much for coming in. She liked us on Facebook. You know, we were in contact with her via Facebook. She said thank you so very much. So, you know, it might be interesting to have her come down to this show here and tape some morning.
We gave her contact information for PAPW.
Yep, we gave her a lot of information. So, you know, we might actually be seeing somebody that, you know, in a few years could be at
NXT.
Thank you so very much. Or, you know, Impact or Ring of Honor. But, you know, she's definitely got some talent, and, you know, it was great to get to meet her. So
podbean.com.
Mm-hmm.
You will be able to find that. Look for information real soon, and I'm talking real soon.
.com. Sometime.
As in, you might finish watching this broadcast, and you might want to go to Podbean and look for episode 2.
It'll never happen that quickly, Jay Williams.
But yesterday,
or those of you who have YouTube,
you
can visit our page at
the Squared Circle TV.
And also feel free to check out any of Isana's matches.
That's right.
Jay, you know what I'm going to do?
What?
If I could pull this off, I'm going to do Facebook Live.
You're going to do Facebook Live.
We are going to attempt to
do this. As we're not live.
Yes. But we are going to try to do something here that...
Well, this can segue into some news that we got yesterday.
Yes, we're going to go... Let's hit the video here. We're going to go. Let's see if
we're going to do this.
I think we can work this out. Yes. Hello, everybody. This is who we got here? Who's this?
Dangerous Dan over here.
You are.
Hollywood J. Williams.
And I am
Professor Bill Thompson.
Professor. We are live. We are taping the Squared Circle episode that'll air on when?
Week of March 18th.
Yeah. And I don't see anybody chiming in, which means that everybody's probably still sleeping at this point. So we're going to leave this up for a little while. And, somebody's watching. Oh, my cousin is watching.
Somebody's watching. Well, we got one viewer watching on Facebook Live. So
That's one more viewer than we actually have for this entire show.
Well, it actually throws them off because some people get confused between Bob Thompson and Bill Thompson. So, you know.
Yeah.
We got a lot of people watching, man. So let's. Hey, listen, folks. If you have a question, I have a question.
I got something I might as well say too, since we're Facebook Live.
Who is the best looking on this show? That's
Me.
it. Well, yeah.
Hollywood J. Williams.
We got Dan. Sorry, Dan, you're not even in the running. Jay, I don't think it's me. So.
Okay, but let's put it this way: who's got the biggest biceps on the show?
Dangerous Dan.
Yeah, that's great, Dan. Nice to see you. Hey, so let's. We'll continue the show. We're gonna keep this up here.
Keep this up here for 1 second because since we're Facebook Live and since you're seeing this taped,
It is
for the Facebook Live viewers.
Just so you know, my cousin said I'm the better looking.
Oh, for the Facebook Live viewers, the immortal words of Wade Barrett. I'm afraid I've got some bad news.
It's a true multimedia experience. We're going to go where no show has gone before.
On March 17th, tonight, as we're taping this, Pioneer Valley Pro Wrestling was scheduled to run at maximum capacity in Chicopee, Mass.
Mm-hmm.
But unfortunately, that show is canceled.
No.
Circumstances beyond their control.
Dear God.
Matthew James and Sexy Jesus himself, Hammer Tunis, went to Facebook Live yesterday, made the announcement. Unfortunately, maximum capacity has been shut down. Reasons unknown.
No bueno.
Reasons unknown.
Isn't that that's almost, remember Tuxedo Junction?
Not really. I heard the name.
But for anyway, just say for sake of argument, you've heard of it. Go along, Jay. Play along.
Okay.
Tuxedo Junction in Danbury had the same issue when interspecies wrestling was going to go there.
Right.
Which I am a big fan of. I have not seen their shows, but I digress. Back to PVP.
PVP, however, has been rescheduled for March 31st at the Eastfield Mall.
Yes.
The card will be similar to the card that would have happened tonight, March 17th.
Remember that.
Right. Now, for those wondering, well, wasn't there supposed to be a Blitzkrieg Pro Wrestling in Enfield on March 31st? So how could there be a PvP and a Blitzkrieg on the same night? Well, there won't be. Blitzkrieg Pro Wrestling had a similar situation with their venue.
Really?
Blitzkrieg Pro will no longer be running March 31st. They will now be running April 22nd. Now, I've totally thrown you completely off, Bill.
Yeah, well, listen, it doesn't really take much to throw me off here, but say Tom Dacey's here, Francine Pierce O'Brien.
The Thunderous one is there?
Tom Dacey.
The Thunderous one.
That's like Babe Ruth coming back.
The originator, not the imitator.
What did you say down there?
The originator, not the imitator.
The only problem with Tom is that he's a Red Sox fan, but he's a good guy, so we'll just let it go.
Well, and he likes the fish.
Let me just get this straight, Jay, because you can't see my face. There you go.
Okay.
But Blitzkrieg changed their show because they had an issue at the Old Country Banquet.
Something where, I don't know the whole details.
I'm listening. Oh my God! Please tell me.
Whatever the reason,
we'll be able to get pierogies there.
Whatever the reason being, they've moved it to April 22nd.
Are they going to be at the same venue?
Yes.
Okay, so
right.
Fans, for all of you who go to that show, there will be pierogies, and those of you who like buffalo wings.
Right.
So we got Ray Gore watching.
Wow.
Good morning, Ray.
Good morning, Ray. Ray, who is Ray Gore?
Give his wrestling name away.
Well, Ray is the one of the co-promoters of Battlefront.
Correct.
And if I'm incorrect, Ray, then when I get there, you can pile drive me in the ring. So thanks for Ray coming in. We got we have more viewers on Facebook Live than we have for this show.
I believe it.
That's it. We just trumped. We had 3 viewers for this show that watch it, and now we have 5 people that have watched our Facebook Live. So I think we've hit a nerve.
Wait, we got somebody else who popped up there.
Yeah, Ray just said, hi, guys. Hey, Ray. Good to see you. Saw your brother last night, and what a great guy. We'll look forward to seeing you at Battlefront coming up. We've talked about it. It's going to be a great show. And we go from there. Jay, what else do we have?
Not much. I mean, we're gonna talk a little bit about Thrillo at Malillo coming up next week.
What can you tell us about that show, Jay?
That it's at Joseph Malillo Middle School.
And who will be putting that show on?
Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling.
Paradise Alley Professional Wrestling.
Professional Wrestling.
Professional Wrestling.
Correct.
Ray just said, thank you. See you on the 27th.
The 27th, which will be the next show for Battlefront Pro Wrestling.
Yes, that is a Friday night.
That is a Friday night.
And I don't know. They had 400 people there in a raging blizzard.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're going to have to start banging out walls out of that Elks Lodge.
Yeah, they have quite a numerous amount of tickets sold already.
Yes.
To my knowledge.
Yes.
They do. So it's already looking great.
All right. So PAPW, we got Thrillo at
Malillo.
Yes, I can't pronounce it. Rented Lips.
Right.
And who do we have on that card? Do you know?
Who do we have on the card?
You're looking at me. It's like
I'm looking at you. You work there.
That's it. I work there now. Also. So we got Showtime, Marcel Williams against.
Do you tell me? You're
Ty Shine. I can't sing, but now that song will be on my head all day.
For those just tuning in, keep in mind Jay is the host of the show.
Right.
As scary as that is.
There was an interesting article in the Courier this week.
Francine Pierce is saying, don't let Billy Thompson say Thrillo. I don't know what that's all about. Apparently, I can't, for whatever, it's like aluminum.
Aluminum?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I'm just a pretty face here. So.
Oh.
Scott Beams is watching.
Scott Beams.
A person who works for another network, and we will say it. Who does he work for? He works for ESPN. He has been to this show once or twice. He is associated with. Oh, he's calling me top notch.
Oh, really?
You got to love Scott Beams. Scott is awesome.
Scott
is also affiliated with Michael Banks.
Correct.
Of WrestleJam.
Right.
So.
Yes.
But, again, we digress. So we got Ty Shine against Marcel Williams.
Right.
What else do we have? You're killing me here, Jay.
I'm putting this on you.
Yeah, so we got championship match. We got an intercontinental match.
Right.
We got, I know Chris Battle is going to be there.
Chris Battle.
Yes.
That's a name we haven't heard in a long time.
That's a name we haven't heard for a long time. HOP is going to be there against...
I'm putting this on you. You work there.
I got to hold the camera. I got to run
the show.
Yes,
I do.
Dan, help me out here. It's like working.
Super Savages.
All right, thank you. Oh my God, this is what I have to work with.
Right.
It really isn't fair.
Right.
It's really not fair.
No, it's not fair. It's just not fair.
Yeah, Dan,
I'm telling you, our producer's in the closed-in room practically wetting his pants because Jay doesn't, know what's going on again as usual.
It's just not fair.
I'd like to say Jay is a pretty face, but I'd be lying. We know Dan is the looks behind the show. I'm the brains. Sorry, Jay.
And I wear an awesome red sweater, don't I?
Scott Beams just said we need an SP.
Oh, man.
My God. That's funny. Thank you, Scott. Thank you.
We're going to get to some wrestling footage with 25 minutes left.
We are going to get to some wrestling footage. So, folks, we are going to log out for now.
Now, wait a minute. Before we go there.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, yes.
Oh, wait a minute.
I was about to
Dan has a scoop.
Folks,
Dan
if the folks haven't seen this week's East Haven Courier,
It's not the ESPN Courier.
I almost went there.
You did. I was laughing.
The
Hey,
East
Dan?
Haven Courier, there's a terrific article on Paul Roma and Thrello at Malello.
You can't say it either.
You'll have to pick it up, check it out, because Jay, once again, has forgotten what the hell it's all about.
Could you show us the article, Dan? Let's flip to page 2.
We could.
Flip to page
we
2.
We can do that.
Just fold it over. We could show the fans, since I'm staring at the camera.
Jay could never handle that, but we can do that.
He's a busy man right now.
That's it. Show it to the camera there for our viewing people.
We have a terrific article written by the East Haven Courier on Paul Roma and the Thrello at Malello, and some information on there in the school and what it's all about.
Where can you get tickets for that show, Dan?
Tickets for this show would be available at the school at Co Avenue.
Yeah.
At 662 Co Avenue.
Yes. You could also get them at ParadiseAlleyProfessionalWrestling.com.
And this picture
It's
looks about
really
20 years
hard
old.
working with these guys. It really is.
You,
should go.
you love it, you know it.
It's like it really is hard. So thank you, Scott Beams. I think I do need that SB. So Scott Beams, I'll tell you what. To just give you a little bit about Scott Beams, how talented he is. He works for ESPN, but his one of his daughters are very talented artists and play music like no one I've ever seen.
Richard Holiday versus Jose Perez.
Oh, really? It wasn't like you were at the show last night and you couldn't
No.
see that.
Chris Battle versus Ando Bivians.
Andy Bivens.
And Bivians. Oh, it's
Zachariah Gibbs going for the United States title.
against the American Communist.
Yes.
Jack Sisko.
That's it. Now, finally, the bells are going off. So
I want to know how
It's gonna be
Zachariah
stacked.
Gibbs wins one match, and he's going for the United States title.
I'll tell you what. He is a amazing young man, and he. I think that the fact that he beat Jack Sisko at a Friday Night Alley Fights
That's
not too long ago puts him in the underdog. He is, because if anybody's watching the NCAA tournament, Jack Sisko is Virginia, and Zachariah Gibbs is the University of Baltimore, Maryland, or whatever they
Right.
were. But
And we are attempting to get Zachariah Gibbs on the show before, so he can speak with us about where he's going with
And what
his
he's gonna
career,
do.
what he plans to accomplish.
yeah, this is as Dan's making things up as he goes along. So,
Right.
but yes, we would like to get Zachariah Gibbs on here. I'm not sure he doesn't have a phone.
no.
So it's really
this is
hard.
Amish.
I think you have to send like a cowgram or something like that.
I think so.
Something like that.
Just
So
write on some parchment or something.
we'll have to write it on a piece of wood
Right. That's all.
or just go grab his butter churn. So
Right.
we're gonna finish here. Get back to the full show. Thank you for everybody who chimed in here. Any comments? Anything else? Scott, Rob, Francine, Ray. Did I forget anybody?
I think you got basically everyone.
All right. If I didn't, then just don't say anything bad about me on Facebook. So
Jay doesn't even know what's going on with the wrestling business. So,
yes, we're gonna go back to our show, folks. Thank you so very much.
Thank you. Let's roll the beautiful footage.
Roll it.
Roll it. PAPW. Ooh, this is going back.
the beginning.
We're going back to the part 2 of the beginning.
Eventually,
Eventually.
it's
I
buffering.
don't know how much of this we're going to be able to air,
Buffering.
as I have a ticking time clock that says 21 minutes.
Now, who we got here is the Cool People
Right.
against HOP.
Right.
In the ring, El Refe.
El Refe.
Yes.
What
Yeah.
can you tell me about El Refe? How does El Refe compare?
He is handsome.
Well, I don't care if he's good looking or not. What's his ability?
Well, you asked me. I was just telling you what I think. That he's handsome.
How's his ability as being a referee?
Did I mention he was handsome?
You mentioned like 3 times.
You know who's handsome too?
Who, me?
Big Daddy.
Yes, he is.
Big Daddy is handsome. Give him a shout out here.
Big Daddy, the guardian of chaos.
That's it. El Refe is a great ref. Not to mention a great friend of mine. He started the same time as I did. And Paul Roman says nice things about both of us, so I'm going to take that and run with it. So here we got the Cool People against HOP. Excuse me.
Who is this team? The Cool People.
Cool People. I've seen a little bit. Just so you know, this, one of the guys from the Cool People taking a cheap shot at Akeem, which is not going to go well once Akeem gets in the ring. You got Joseph DiNucci on the back there, compared to not calling him Dominic DiNucci, which is a throwback to the old WWF.
This is Joseph DiNucci.
The Sicilians. Cool People in the ring right now. Nick Payne taking some big hits here, but the guy is just so durable. Even he's down. Now he's going in for the count. We get a 1, a 2, and he pops up. You can't keep HOP down. If for you to pin someone from HOP, that's saying something. So, but the Cool People are really putting a lot of pressure on him right now. And Nick Payne has been in there for a little bit. He's taking those forearms to the chest. He's in the ropes. And maybe he's getting a little juice here. He's getting going. A few kicks to the midsection. You got a tag there.
Getting revved up.
Yep, coming in. The Cool People. I want to say Cool Kids, Cool People.
Cool People.
And Nick Payne just tossing these guys out. He's got some power in there, and gets the tag off to Akeem, and this is not going to be good. I mean, literally, the guy's arms are huge. Kick to the stomach, takes him into the ropes. He's got a power slam. And now I think the Cool People have a problem. He's going to take him up. And you got Joseph DiNucci. I almost did it. Joseph DiNucci getting involved. His shirt's off, but you got Dre, Big Daddy Dre coming in there, taking DiNucci, tossing him out of the way. The Cool People thinking that they got something going here. Going to the top rope. Got Nick Payne. And, down on top of him, leg drop from the top rope, going for the pin. El Refe in there. Only a 2 count.
2.
And let's say, that's a 2 count.
Why do they always announce that every match is scheduled for 1 fall?
Because that's what it is, 1 fall.
Why don't they try something different and have 1.5 falls?
Because that wouldn't make any sense, Jay.
I'm not making any sense right now, am I?
No, clearly you've already partaken into some St. Patrick's Day libations. You got Nick
That's that stuff I put in the coffee. It was really good.
Akeem has got the member of the Cool People up. Power slam. Nice power slam. You got Nick Payne there and coming off with a la the Macho Man elbow drop. 1, 2, 3.
And that's that.
House of Pain retains their title, and Mr. DiNucci is throwing his clothes off, which is always fairly scary.
Yes.
I know. Get the guy a pizza or something like that, El Refe trying to restore some order in the ring.
DiNucci's great, though.
He is.
He's awesome.
I would like him to do my phone message on my phone.
I thought you wanted Matthew James to do your phone message on your phone.
I don't know. I just changed it again. Matthew James is awesome, too.
Right.
DiNucci is great, and anybody out there looking to book superior talent, see if we can get a hold of.
One thing you didn't see here, because I'm not sure
DiNucci.
if people could hear the audio, and I don't mean to cut you off, Dan, but you got Hakeem is there basically imitating DiNucci and saying you're PAPW champions over and over again. Because if you've heard Mr. DiNucci yell into the mic.
That's his big deal with him. He
Yes.
loves being repetitive, just to be flamboyant and just to let you know, just to emphasize the victory that one of his clients just
Yes.
took.
Does he do that on purpose, or is that some kind of mental tick?
No, he does that on purpose.
No, he does it on purpose.
He absolutely does that on purpose.
Although there's a kind of a funny relationship he has with the fans. They boo him most of the time unless he's doing that in the
Right.
ring. If you've ever heard him,
It's like the fans love to hate him.
yes, if you ever heard him do the intro for Tequila Rose, you're like,
Or back in the day with Brad Hollister,
yes,
Hammer Tunis,
yes.
and now we have Mick Drake.
Mick Drake. First time saw Mick Drake.
Right. Now this is the match versus Richard Holiday,
Yes.
then PAPW champion.
Yes.
This was his last successful title defense.
Of course, if those of you who haven't seen the video, Jay has just blown the ending to it too. So.
Well, it's a little obvious.
Nice going, Jay.
Yeah.
It's a little obvious now that
Great.
because Marcel Williams.
Great. Awesome, Jay.
Well, what I'm trying to get at is
Doesn't matter, buddy. You already blew the ending.
It doesn't
so, you know.
matter what you think. Mick Drake here, really not being too nice to some young kids outside the ring there.
we might not be able to show the end. Look at that ticker over there.
It says 13 minutes, Jay. I think we'll be fine because this is not going to run for 13 minutes.
It might.
It might. It could.
It could. Then what?
You know.
Then we can't show the ending.
Yeah.
So you couldn't see it anyway. So I might as well just blow
I
up
think
for
they'll
everyone.
be able to see the ending here.
You think so?
Yeah.
What are we betting here?
Mr. Drake here on the mic insulting the fans as only he could.
Only he could.
If he had any fans after this barrage on the mics,
Right.
he would clearly not have any. So, one of the interesting things is that, you know.
Now, why are we once again seeing El Refe in this match instead of the true superstar in the ring, Mr. Bill Thompson?
I think based on what I remember, and this might be some editing also, I think I was on the first one. I think there was a majority of me on there, and then El Refe. And he did. Sometimes what happens is the way things fall, you end up doing two matches back to back.
Right.
Which is not always a lot of fun. But, it's interesting, and sometimes you just end up doing more work in the ring than you anticipate because somebody, for whatever reason, maybe doesn't show up to the show because they don't want to wrestle their opponent. Sometimes they just, the card is changed because things are always changing.
It always says subject to change.
Yeah, so what happens is you could end up thinking you're going in and doing one match that, sometimes matches go 5 minutes, sometimes they go 20 minutes or 15 minutes, and then you're like, wait, the next match is coming up. They're like, hey, you got to stay out there. We need you because we changed the match, so you're out there again. And we generally try to, in the back area, we try to put those matches together so that we know what we're doing. And we could go back and do our own research to see, in case we haven't seen somebody wrestle, get to know what their moves are and what their finishing is, because you're really in the ring just watching and waiting to see what the ultimate pinfall is going to be. So here, the Consumers champion, Richard Holiday, coming into the arena. Clearly, there's at least 10 people there who are true fans of him. And coming to the ring.
The fans just love Richard Holiday now.
Yeah.
It went from not loving him to loving him.
Yeah, it's a kind of an a la Ric Flair kind of thing.
Right.
He was, in some areas he was hated. Some areas he was loved. There were at times where he was loved, and then there was sometimes you loved to hate him.
And Mr. Holiday's making some moves.
Yes, he is. He is. But for this match here, we're just looking to see what what is going to happen. You got El Refe here. And the match should be beginning any moment.
Right. We'll show what we can show.
We will show what we can show.
Right.
Again, another.
We'll show what we can show. We can show the entirety on Squared Circle TV.
We could.
On Facebook.
Packed crowd.
Not very hard to go.
Yep, packed crowd here. I'd like to mention the guys outside the ring there. You see some guys with cameras circling in the ring, working the ring. Those are the fine gentlemen from GoPro. Do an outstanding job for us. Get us some really great video. Of the action where, we do more of a kind of back end of it where we're just shooting the matches from afar.
Right.
And they are getting up in close and in the action where they could actually be knocked down or pushed to the side. So
Adam Haggerty, he's the new ring announcer.
Yes, Mark is amazing. Love listening to him announce. And just a very tremendous person. So
Where's he based out of?
Everywhere.
Everywhere.
He is literally everywhere.
Everywhere.
Last night he was at Paradise Alley.
The Friday Night Alley.
Friday Night Alley fights. He did that. Tonight, I know he was going to another show. I think, and I could be wrong, but he was looking to do a show in the afternoon and drive to another show. And I know he's done that on a number of occasions. So he is really immersed in the wrestling announcing business and as the business as a whole. Very knowledgeable. Probably one of the most organized ring announcers I've seen. Very organized. Has cards with people's information as far as their origins, just a number of different things. So very, very knowledgeable man and a great guy to work with. So plus he cheers for me when I'm in the ring. So El Refe.
That always helps you.
That always helps, yes.
Right. So are we gonna?
We got Mick Drake here.
Pushing and shoving here.
Yeah, I'm not sure you really want to do that to Richard Holiday.
Well, I don't know. I think Mr. Holiday needs it every once in a while.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or whatever, Dan.
Hey, here we go.
Here we go.
Well, I mean, from the standpoint of earlier on in his career, he was Richard Holiday. He was,
Well, he's still Richard Holiday.
Well, yes, but
yeah, he hasn't changed his name, Dan.
yeah, but I mean, nowadays it seems like he's buying into his own headlines or whatever you want to call them.
Well, you have to look at it. You
don't want the guy to think he sucks, do you?
Yeah, he is the PAP. He at this point he was the PAPW champion, and he's held that belt for well over 400 days.
But he's no Marcel Williams.
Well, you know what? Williams has the the title now, but he's
only time's going to tell.
Only time will tell.
Right.
But a very bright and shining star in Richard Holiday.
Mm-hmm.
Taking nothing against from the
right.
current PAPW champion Marcel Williams
right.
or Showtime.
A wrestler with no confidence in himself isn't going to have a lot of victories.
No, he's got a lot of confidence because he does a great job.
Right. Exactly.
Well, and I think you could see that here. He's going against the guy. Richard is Holiday is actually a fairly tall gentleman, and this Mick Drake is a little bit taller than him. So something different. Slap to the face is not going to really make someone happy. And, I know how Mr. Holiday prides himself on how he presents himself. Mm. He always looks tremendous. He comes when he does the Holiday Inn, is dressed very well to the T's, so he's not going to like getting his face slapped. And as you can see, took exception to that, and Mick Drake is now on the outside of the ring, laying on the ground and taking a nice punch to the face from Richard Holiday. And this is the thing about Holiday. He is relentless and on many different levels, but he is one of these wrestlers that he's going to go at you, and he's going to keep coming after you. You may get a few good shots in, but you have to be very careful with him because, again, he's firing back at Mick Drake. You know, he's taking him to the uppercut there, our forearm uppercut. So Drake with a kick. You know, Holiday stops him, Mick Drake to the apron. So, again, very, very knowledgeable of the ring. Now, that's a really interesting piece there. He's got a 10 count outside the ring. He clearly knows it. He's listening. He hears the referee probably getting to 8, goes back in, breaks the count, comes back out.
Smart.
Now, the statement has been made that nobody could just walk in off the street and take apart one of these PAPW athletes.
Right.
I could make a phone call.
Really? You could?
I could make a very quick phone call, and Mr. Holiday could be
F5'd?
F5.
Yeah.
Brock Lesnar?
Yeah, we're all waiting for that call then.
Yeah.
Back to the ring action. We're finally back in the ring after Mick Drake taking a header to the one of the posts there. Is jawbreaker to Holiday. Into the turnbuckle. And a nice clothesline. Now he's got momentum. Nice arm drag. Another arm drag. High elevation on that. Right into an arm bar.
In the immortal words of Vince McMahon commentating, what a maneuver.
Yeah.
Well, you're not Vince McMahon, so.
No.
You know, El Refe admonishing Mick Drake, trying to go to the eyes there. So, trying to get back up to, I guess you would say, vertical base. Mick Drake has got his hands on Holiday's eyes, his face with the forearm across there, which you wouldn't think would overall hurt that much, but as you're rubbing them and you're getting someone who got sweat in their eyes and everything else, again, El Refe trying to break the count, and these guys, just starting to really heat up. And you could see the action. Again, Holiday, a tactician, into a nice move there, going for the pin on Drake, and getting a 1 count. So one count.
It was
back to a chin lock.
Nice move, but it was a very elementary, basic move known as a fireman's carry.
Is that a new word, elementary?
No.
Elementary.
My dear Watson. He's the Donald Trump of making words up.
Wow. Tell me you did not just say that.
I just did. Secret Service will be outside the door in 20 minutes.
Probably. Up to 20 minutes, 20 seconds.
20 seconds. So here, El Refe trying to get him. Mick Drake utilizing the referee. Chop to Holiday's to a neck breaker. Chop to Holiday's throat. And then a neck breaker.
Looks like Mick is getting tired here.
Well, you know what? He's a bigger guy. He's got the muscles. He's got the look. But, I know Richard Holiday works very hard on his cardio.
We're going to have to go back in a minute now.
I seen him in the ring working on his cardio. So a very key piece of when you are wrestling there. So you might be right, Jay. We may not get to see the end of this match.
I know I'm right. I'm always right.
1 count again on Holiday.
But other goings on while we continue to enjoy this.
Wow, what a drop kick.
April 7th is autism?
Yes, a PAPW presents the autism show.
Right.
And
is that Ring of Dreams again?
I'll be honest with you, it eludes me at this point.
Okay.
But
well, you're an honest man.
I am.
Right.
And
April 21st, All or Nothing.
All or Nothing at the Mohegan Sun, big show.
Right, part of the Connecticut Power Fit Expo.
Yes, and I believe you can get those tickets for that. I believe it's online at Ticketmaster.
Right, that's a 7 p.m. bell time.
Yes, and also check with some of your, PAPW favorite wrestlers and maybe not so favorite wrestlers. I believe some of them are selling tickets. Who knows if it's someone who's not a nice wrestler? What a nice suplex there. Nice kip up. So tickets are available.
Right.
You can contact the school if you don't know how to get tickets, as always. So here, apparently, we're looking at the ceiling.
We were looking at
the ceiling for a minute.
Mick Drake.
Mick Drake he's really taking it to Holiday, and I don't know. I know he's a bigger opponent than Holiday's probably faced in quite a while. But again, you know what? Mick Drake wasting time. I mean, if you got the guy and he's on your throat, just go from there. So
let's go from there.
But we will not see the end of that.
We won't see the end of that, but you'll see it on Squared Circle TV, Facebook, YouTube.
Awesome.
If you bet, we got to roll.
We got to roll. We're almost done here. So
yeah, I got some calls to make.
You got some calls to make. What do you want to say? Who are you taking it to next? Who are you gonna? This is the end of the show.
You'll have to see.
So for the Squared Circle, you are
Hollywood J. Williams, Dangerous Dan. You gonna say anything, Dangerous Dan?
No.
No, I see from our producer we've just gotten the sign, so
we're done.
That's it.
That's it.
Good day, folks.
Good day. Good luck.